Hey guys, it's your boy Jeremy back once again. Hey, so today we're going to be finishing my predictions with the Western Conference, and then we're going to also be doing the finals of how I think that's going to turn out. So let's just get straight to that. So at the 15th seed in the Western Conference, I have the Phoenix Suns. I know they just got Josh Jackson. I know Devin Booker is a year older and a year better. I know they have Brandon Knight, who I think is a competent backup. He might have left though, but and I know they have Eric Bledsoe. I know they have Marquise Chris. I know they have Dragon Bender. I know this, but I have them going 31 and 51. So it's not super bad, but like the West is kind of stacked, and I just don't really see them not being the last. Anyway, Devin Booker, he scored 70 points. I know all you guys are saying that. But they still lost that game 120 to 130. They lost by 10 points in a game where somebody scored 70 points. That's like if Will Chamberlain, if his 100-point game, if they lost by 20, like what's going on with that? You know, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. That just shows as all around teammates just don't really show up sometimes. But so number 14, I have the Dallas Mavericks going 37 and 45. Now, I know everybody's going to be like, bro, why are they the 14th seed? But if they were in the East, they would be the 11th seed. They would go up 3 spots, 37-45. I have seen Dennis Smith Jr. Before I saw his summer league, I was like, this dude's going to be good. So I got to go with that. Dirk is obviously still on the team. They got Yogi Ferrell. They got some young players, Nerlens Noel, Ferrell and Noel. They rhyme. So, yeah, I have them going 37-45. Next up, at 13, I have the Sacramento Kings going 38 and 44. Yes, they don't have DeMarcus Cousins, but they just got Josh Jackson, who I think will fit perfectly with Buddy Hield. Not Josh Jackson. Why did I say Josh Jackson? De'Aaron Fox is on that team, which he fits perfectly, I think, with Buddy Hield. He can get past guys. He can draw defenders, pass it out to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield spots up. It's almost like a Stephen Curry combo and Klay Thompson without the Kevin Durant, except De'Aaron Fox is a Curry that's faster, just can't shoot as well. So I think they land. And then they have Justin Jackson, who also, he has a shot, kind of. I know De'Aaron Fox is working on a shot. I know Justin Jackson is. Buddy Hield, obviously he will be, since that's pretty much he's getting paid millions to shoot the ball into a hoop, an orange hoop. So, yeah, I have them going 38-44 for that reason. Number 12, I have the Utah Jazz. I know everybody's going to be like, but they're not going to be that bad. They still got Rudy Gobert, Rodney Hood, but they don't have Gordon Hayward. But I have them going 500, 41-41 at the 12th seed. In the East, they would be the 9th. That's just showing you how I think the West is that much tougher. I just think Gordon Hayward was their centerpiece, truly. They just kind of based their game around him. So, yeah, I think they're going to go 12th. Number 11, I have the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, they got Brook Lopez. Yes, they got KCP, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball. But that's 3 of those 5 guys, maybe even 4 if you consider KCP, maybe even 5 out of 5 if you consider Brook Lopez. It's kind of for the future. Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle is the oldest he's the middle age, I guess. Lonzo's a rookie, so he's been balling out in summer league with all these different shoes. But Brandon Ingram, I saw him got injured. I know he can be something special. And Julius Randle, he can be good at times. They also got Ivica Zubac. So Sorry if I totally botched that. But so I do think, but it's for the future. But I do have them going 43-39. That would actually be tied with the Detroit Pistons, in my opinion. I know. Number 10, I have the Denver Nuggets going 44-38. Now, this is something surprising. The ninth and 8th seed all have the same record, 44-38. You're just going to figure out the teams in what order I think they're going to go in. The Nuggets, I know they just got Paul Millsap, but the Hawks, they were good when Jeff Teague was good, and Kyle Korver. I don't know why. I feel like Paul Millsap is kind of overrated. I don't know why. I feel like he is extremely overrated. I think that's kind of a worthy contract. 5 years, $70 million. It should be a little less in my opinion, but he's gonna want the money. The Joker, I'm not trying to be a Nuggets hater, but I just don't feel like the Joker is as good as everybody says he is. Yes, he can shoot, pass, but I don't think he's going to be as good as a Kristaps Porzingis, Karl-Anthony Towns. So I have him at the 10th seed. The 9th seed, I feel like this is going to surprise people, but they are tied up with the 8th and 10th seed. I have the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, I have them going 44-38. I know LNU Last and Unbound says Mike Conley's underrated. But Marc Gasol, I feel like he's overrated too. I don't know why everybody's like, oh, Marc Gasol, he's a good player. In 2K, he might have some good cards. Whenever I'm not referring this to 2K. Whenever I see him play, I never see him do anything good. I definitely think Pau Gasol's the better of the brothers. I've seen him do some good stuff. So I have them going 9th. Now here's the last team in that three-way tie for 44-38. The Los Angeles Clippers, I think, are going to be the 8th seed. They did just get rid of, what's his name? Chris Paul. But they did get Sam Dekker. They're kind of building for the future right now. Except you would have to get rid of DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin to do that. They did get a powerful point guard. I'm not talking about strength, but just mentality-wise. They got Patrick Beverly, so I do think that would work out. But still, I have them going 8th seed. Now the 7th seed. So from pretty much the 5th to the 8th was pretty hard. Well, 4th, 5th was really hard in my opinion. Then 5th, or like 6, 7, 8, and 9 were really hard for me. Kind of 10 too. But I have the Portland Trailblazers going 48-34. And they are tied with the team above them. So they played really good basketball. I think Jusuf Nurkic is really good. When he got injured, he got injured for a little bit, I think. They just kind of fell apart. CJ McCollum, he can take over games, especially against the Warriors. I don't know why it's only against the Warriors. Okay, not only, but he always has his best games against the Warriors, points-wise. They got Damian Lillard a year better. Same thing with CJ McCollum. So I think they're just, and Jusuf Nurkic too. They got Zach Collins too, which is really nice. But so I have them going 40-34. With the 6th seed, with also a record of 48-34, I have the New Orleans Pelicans. Yes, they did get Rajon Rondo, and they do have Drew Holiday, which I think one of those guys is going to be able to deal with Damian Lillard months at a time. They do need more bench pieces, though. They definitely need. But the reason it was hard for the 6th and 7th is because the Pelicans have probably the 2 best power forwards and centers. And then the Trailblazers have the 2 best, guards. So it's okay, not best, but, one of the best. But I do think no, never mind. But, so it's kind of the battle between the front court and the back court. And I think the front court will win because front court controls rebounds more usually. And their guys, the front court, can play D on the perimeter, unlike the guys in the perimeter. They cannot play D down low. So that's why I have the Pelicans going 48-34 above Trailblazers. Now the 5th and 4th seed I also had really close. I feel like people are going to think I'm biased because I am a big Timberwolves fan. But I have the Timberwolves going 5th seed. I have them going 52-30. I truly think they're good. I'm not trying to be biased, but they got Karl-Anthony Towns, which I know it's kind of for the future and whatnot, but like truly he's a really good player now. They got Andrew Wiggins. So here's the starting lineup. Jeff Teague, he's a good player. Jimmy Butler, all-star, perennial all-star. Andrew Wiggins, guy for the future, will eventually be an all-star twice every 3 years, I think. Eventually, in the best of his career. At power forward, I think that's kind of their weakest place because they have Gorgie Dane, but I feel like he's more of a center. They did just get Taj Gibson, but he did just get arrested. But so that's good about that. Anyway, that if we do play Gorgie Dane still at the power forward, we have Taj at the bench. And then we have Karl-Anthony Towns, who I think is already an all-star. I know it's only his third year this year, but I think he's already an all-star. And then you have, just Karl-Anthony Towns. But then they just got Jamal Crawford, Shabazz Muhammad. I went to a Timberwolves game. This dude literally hit a half-court shot against the Magic. It was insane. I think the dude is good. He also had some thunderous dunks. He's an underrated scorer. So I think the Timberwolves might even get the 4th seed over this team that I'm going to say next. But I have them 52-30. But the 4th seed, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder going 56-26. I did say the T-Wolves could go over them. Heck, they could go over my next team too if you think about it. But, I wouldn't be surprised if they honestly did, but they probably wouldn't crack the second or first, the Timberwolves. But the Thunder, they just got Paul George. I know it's going to be a little different with kind of 2 ball-dominant guys, but they can take the load off each other. Russell Westbrook, he might have liked it for all I know, but he actually on Snapchat and social media, he seems super excited for Paul George coming. So I have them going. That's just going to take the load off both of them, and they got some good bench pieces in Enes Kanter. Obviously, he can't play D, but what's his name? Steven Adams can. Caveman is what we call him. But the 3rd seed, I said the Timberwolves and the Thunder too. I do think the Thunder could take this team on. I have the Rockets going 59-23. They just got James Harden and Chris Paul, 2 ball-dominant guards. This plan could kind of fail, I guess, but it might not at the same time. So that's kind of my reasons with it. They got some good bench pieces. I know they did get rid of some, but still, good bench pieces. It's all good, bro. They're fine. They're guards. They probably one of the best guard tandems. I think they're going to run Chris Paul at point guard and James Harden at shooting guard, but they're going to switch extremely consistently. And whenever, Chris Paul's on the floor, I think he's going to be point guard. Whenever he's off the floor, James Harden will. And if they're both off the floor, well, I don't know why they would do that. That's kind of the idea of having multiple superstars. But so, at the 2nd seed, I have the Spurs going 63-19. Kawhi Leonard is just a year better. He's just a year better. So, he's a year better. So, I truly think they will do good with him. So, yeah, I think that, yeah. Warriors going 68-14. Why do I even have to talk about it? As long as there's no injuries, I think they're fine. So now in the playoffs, Warriors against Clippers. Warriors sweeping them. They do it every time they play them. Thunder against T-Wolves. This could go either way, but I have it going to a Game 7 and the T-Wolves winning. Rockets against Pelicans. 3rd and 6th seed, I have the Rockets winning. Spurs and Trailblazers, I have Spurs winning in 5. 4-1. Now, the Warriors against Timberwolves, whenever the Timberwolves play the Warriors, even without all these new guys, somehow they beat them once or twice every year. I don't know how they do. So I feel like they could actually beat them. I could be completely biased. It could go to a 7-game series, but I think Warriors win in 6. Rockets, I think they win in 6. It's because I think Chris Paul kind of does put them over the edge. And then Warriors against Rockets, I think Warriors win in 6 because, they're the Warriors, Then in the finals, I have the Warriors playing the Cavaliers, same result. I have the Warriors winning 5. See ya.